Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for granting us to join in this class of ours, in our Islamic studies class. And we are in our second session of this course. Today's topic is very important. Okay? And in the last session, we talked about 5 pillars of Islam and 6 articles of faith, the basic things about Islam, and what need to be believed, and what are the things that we need to believe in order to become a Muslim. We talked about those things. So today we'll take one of those points and then we'll discuss about it. We'll see what are the things that we have to believe further. Okay, so today's topic is gonna be belief in Allah, which is the first pillar of Iman, first article of faith. So we all believe in Allah. Okay. But the problem is, and the question is, what exactly do you believe in Allah? Anybody who believes in a religion believes in some kind of God. Okay, believes in Allah or believes in some kind of God. But what is the difference between a Muslim and a non-Muslim? What is the difference between a Muslim and a Hindu? What are the things that they believe but we don't? What are the things that we believe that they don't? So we need to understand those differences. If we understand those differences, and if we believe our God according to how we have been instructed in Quran and Sunnah, then we'll be able to, become a pure Muslim or a complete Muslim. Okay. So these things are very important to be known for all. Okay. So who can answer me? What are the basic differences between us as Muslims and between the other, followers of other faiths? For example, Christianity, for example, or Hindus, for example. Who can say? Is there anyone? Tanvir? Abrar? What is the difference, basic difference, between a Muslim and a Hindu or a Christian? Okay, you can't unmute. Sorry. Okay, you can unmute now.
Between Hindu and Muslim,
Yeah, you can say.
basic difference is we believe in one God and they believe in multiple gods.
Okay, so this is the, one of the fundamental things. Okay. Hindus, they also believe in gods. They also believe some kind of creator, that they created themselves. They have, some kind of unity. But does it mean that we are same? No. Does it mean every single religion is same? There are differences. The differences that made us Muslim and made them non-Muslims. Okay. So the main point will be not the believing in the prophets, not believing in the books. They also believe in the prophets, they also believe in the books. But the main difference is we believe in one God. Okay, and this is the thing that they don't believe, and this is the main difference. This is the main point, you can say. The fundamental thing in Islam is oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oneness. And there is a term for that. Tawheed. Okay. Well, let me share the screen first and then we talk about it. Okay, let me know whether you can see the screen or not. Can you see the screen? Okay, Okay, can you see the screen?
Yes.
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 Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
So we talked about Iman. The Iman means faith or belief. So a Muslim naturally will have belief in certain, kind of things. And there are 6 articles of faith. We talked about it. Belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, belief in the angels, belief in the books, belief in the messengers and prophets, belief in the hereafter, day of judgment. And the 6th number is belief in taqdeer, which you can translate into fate or divine destiny or predestination, whatever it is. So now, what we'll do from here, we'll talk and discuss each point in every session. Okay. So now today is our topic. That means belief in Allah. The first point. This is the point that we're going to talk about today. So first article of faith is belief in Allah. So what exactly should we believe in Allah? We have to believe that there is only one God. This is the first condition, okay, to be a Muslim. There are many religions who believe, and the followers of those religions believe that there are gods, but not only one God. They believe that there are multiple gods and goddesses and so on. Even Christianity. The Christian people, they believe in Trinity, and Trinity means, believing in kind of 3 gods. Okay, like the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. They, say like that, and they kind of, explain that they believe they believe in one God, but there are 3 forms of God. But we believe that there is only one God, and there is no partner with Him. Okay, and the name of the God is Allah, as mentioned in the Quran and Hadith. Okay, so before we go further, I want to show you this surah, which is Surah Ikhlas, and I'm pretty sure that all of you know this surah. None of you, it's not like that you are not familiar with this surah. Okay, so you can see this surah. I have put the translation here, and this is the surah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is okay, how He is and what He is. Okay, so we can get a pretty much idea. Tiny surah. So let's see. Qul huwallahu ahad. Allahu samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. So there are 4 lines, you can say, or 4 verses. First, the instruction is qul. Qul basically means say. Okay, qul means say. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is ordering us, is giving this order to say. What should we say? Huwallahu ahad. He is the Allah. Ahad, the one. Huwallahu ahad. He is Allah, the one. So Allah is multiple. Allah is one. This is the first one. Next, Allahu samad. Allah is absolute. What does absolute mean? There, another translation can be that Allah is self-sufficient. And self-sufficient means who doesn't need anyone's help, doesn't need anything else to survive. For example, we are not self-sufficient because we can't live like on our own. We need help from others. Okay, even if you need food for your body, you need breathe to live. You need oxygen. So these are the things that you rely upon. You are dependent on. So you are not independent. You are not self-sufficient. But Allah is self-sufficient. Allah doesn't need it. Okay, everybody needs Allah, but Allah doesn't need anyone. Allah doesn't need anything. Allah doesn't need to sleep. Allah doesn't need to eat. Allah doesn't need to, like have children. So he is free from all those, those kind of faults and shortcomings. So that is the meaning of As-Samad. Okay, so Allahu Samad means Allah is absolute. Allah is sick. Allah is, self-sufficient. Then Lam Yalid Walam Yulad. Lam Yalid Walam Yulad. He doesn't beget. Lam Yalid means he begets not. That means he doesn't have a children. Walam Yulad, and nor was he begotten. Okay, and nobody gave birth to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He doesn't have a father or mother. He doesn't have parents. Okay, Walam yakul lahu had, and the fourth point is Walam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad, and there's none comparable to him. There is none similar to him. There is nothing and that you can compare Allah with in any way. No, nothing. Not in terms of power, not in terms of knowledge, not in terms of any. No, not at all. So this is how Allah described himself in this particular surah. There are many other descriptions as well, different kind of other places. Prophet described Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in different hadiths. So we know about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we know that he is he is free from all kind of other misinformations that we hear about Allah and hear about other people and other religion. Okay, so if we summarize, we get these things. There are many. I want some of. Who can read this one? Abrar,
Yes.
can you read this one, please?
Allah is one. He
Mhm.
is the supreme and eternal, the creator and provider, the merciful and compassionate. He has no father or mother and son or daughter. He has never fathered anyone, nor was he fathered. Allah has no equal. He is the God of all humankind, not of a special tribe, race, or group of people. He is the God of people of all races and colors, and of believers and unbelievers alike. Allah is mighty and supreme, yet is very near to the pious and thoughtful believers. He asks us to know Him, to love Him, and to follow His law for our own benefit and salvation.
Okay, so it is not like that. Allah is the God for us Muslims. Okay, and non-Muslims have different kind of gods. Allah is the true God, and He is the God of Muslims. Okay, but the difference is that we believe, we worship Him, and other Muslims, Asians, they don't believe Him, and they don't worship. Rather they believe some kind of false God, and like worship that they shouldn't. Okay, and this is the important point. Tawheed. This is the main concept of this oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the Arabic term. If I write it in Arabic, I would write it like this. Tawheed. Okay, if you can read it, you can understand. So this is actually Tawheed. Okay, this is Ta. So Tawheed. This is Tawheed. Tawheed means oneness of Allah. To declare Allah as the only God. And scholars, classified Tawheed into three perspectives. Okay, the same thing. Every describes Allah from different perspectives. Okay, so first one is called Tawheed al-Rububiyyah, and the second one is called Tawheed al-Asma wa Sifat. Okay, so you have to just understand what these are. It's not like that it's super hard or to memorize. It's not like that. You have to just understand each category of thing. Okay, and I'll help you to understand it. First of all, the first one is Tawheed al-Rububiyyah. Tawheed al-Rububiyyah. Okay. We know Surah Fatih, don't we? We read Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. So, who can say what is the meaning of Rabb? Is there anyone who can say what is the meaning of Rabb? What?
Isn't it the creator of all?
A specific meaning of creator is Khalik. Okay, Khalik is creator. But the Rabb, literal meaning of Rabb is the one who nurtures, the one who cherishes, the one who cares, takes care of us. Okay, so Rabb, the meaning of Rabb is actually Lord. We say Lord. Okay, this is the meaning. Normally, we see this meaning for Rabb in translation of Surah Fatih and other things. Anyway, so this Rabb and this Rububiyyah, Rabb and Rububiyyah is the same. Okay, that Rububiyyah is actually lordship. Okay, lordship, and Rabb means Lord. So we have to believe. So there is no partner, there is no one that is, that can be with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No. Lordship is only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we are believe that, and we have to understand it. Okay? That means, what does it mean actually? Practically, what does it mean to believe in Tawheed al-Rububiyyah? It means that we have to believe that Allah is the creator. Only Allah created us. Only Allah, is protecting us. Only Allah is giving us provision and rizq. Only Allah is our, Khalik, Malik, and everything. Okay? So, He is the one who is protecting. He is the one who is taking care of us. So we have to believe in this. There is none other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who is doing this for us and who has done this for us. Okay? So we have to believe that only Allah is our Lord. And He created us. He is the giver of life. He is the one who will take our life, and He is the one that we'll go back to. He is the one who is giving us provision. He is the one who is protecting. He is the one who is taking care of us. So this concept is called Tawheed al-Rububiyyah. So now, if someone believes that, okay, Allah has created us, but there is someone else or some other deity, some other, God who will, who will take our souls away, or who is, who has the power to, take our life away. So this will be, if someone believes that, this would be shirk. Okay, shirk is opposite of tawhid. Then we have another class on shirk itself. Okay, shirk actually means making partner with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described in the Quran that shirk is the most dangerous, sin that you can ever imagine. Okay, so sin the biggest sin is shirk, that you make partner with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You get it? So we have to believe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as the only God who gives life, who takes life, who, gives law, who provides provision, who takes care of us, who safeguards us, and in every way. Okay? And there is none that there is partner with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stages. So this is the belief of Tawhid al-Rububiyyah. That means oneness of Allah's lordship. Okay, number 2, Tawhid al-Uluhiyyah. Okay, don't you say La ilaha illallah? La ilaha illallah. Who doesn't know this? La ilaha illallah. So ilaha is, okay? Ilah. So ilah and uluhiyyah, you will find this. Ilah and uluhiyyah. So uluhiyyah and ilah. Ilah, who is ilah? Ilah means the one that you can worship, the worthy of worship, the deity or the person or the thing that you can worship. And Tawhid al-Uluhiyyah means to worship only Allah and to believe that you can only worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, no one else. Okay? So if you just believe in Tawhid al-Rububiyyah, for an example, you believe that only Allah is our creator, only Allah is our provider, only Allah is our protector, only Allah is our, giver of life and, everything. But instead of Allah, if you prostrate before someone else, if you worship someone else, so, does it make sense? That you think Allah is everything, but you worship someone else? No, this is called shirk. Okay, you cannot worship anyone other than Allah. You have to believe that you have to, Allah is the protector, Allah is the Lord, Allah is the creator, and you have to also believe that you can only worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is called oneness of worship, Tawhid al-Uluhiyyah. You cannot worship anyone except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And what is worship? Worship means, salat. Worship means to do sajda, prostrate. Worship means to, to do hajj, to fast in Ramadan, to sacrifice animal that we do in the Qurbani, to, give zakat, give sadaqah, to recite the Quran. So all of these things are, worship. So whatever we understand as worship, you cannot do that for anyone else other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Worship Allah. If you think that you can worship anyone else, and shirk is opposite of tawhid. And when the person commits shirk, he is no longer a Muslim. You have to understand that. Okay? It needs to be understood very clearly that when a person commits shirk, all of his previous, good deeds and all of his amal, will be rejected. Okay? This should be understood. Okay, so in summary, we can say Tawhid al-Rububiyyah means to declare Allah as the God, and Tawhid al-Uluhiyyah means to worship only Allah. Now, let's come to the third point, Tawhid al-Asma wa Sifat. Okay, Asma means actually names, and Sifat means actually attributes or qualities. You can say qualities, okay? Qualities. Asma or Sifat. Asma means names and Sifat means qualities. Okay, how many names of Allah are there? Who can say?
99.
How many names? Okay,
99.
99. Okay, good. So yeah, there is a hadith that says that Allah has 99 names, but if we really count and add all the names that we can find from Quran and hadith, it will be more than 100 actually. Okay, so leave that discussion for later. But Asma means actually names. So Allah has names like Ar-Rahman is a name, Ar-Rahim is a name, Al-Khaliq is a name, Al-Khabir is a name, Al-Alim, Al-Sami, Al-Basir, Al-Qadir. These are all the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And each name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has meaning. Okay, it's not like our names that doesn't have any meaning and we don't think about it. Okay, so for example, Abrar. What does Abrar mean? Abrar, do you know what's the meaning of your name?
I think it meant like virtuous.
Yeah, virtuous. So Abrar, just is it like necessary that every person whose name is Abrar must be a virtuous person?
Not necessarily.
No,
I
not
mean,
necessarily. Okay, because sometimes we contradict. We just give a name, and maybe that person later turns out against like opposite of the meaning of the name. Okay, that happens. Okay. So Allah has each name, and each name means something. Okay, there is meaning for each name, and this is not just our name, like our name. Okay, Allah's names have meanings, and each name has some qualitative, meaning. For example, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. The example is, for an example, Alim. This is a name of Allah. Al-Alim. If we say Al-Alim, if you give Al-Islam, it should be Al-Alim. So Al-Alim. Okay, Al-Alim. Who can say what is the meaning of Al-Alim? Does anyone know? Al-Alim means? Okay. Alim comes from Alim. So Alim means the one who knows everything. All knowing. Al-Alim means all knowing. Okay. Anyway, so when we say Allah is Al-Alim, it's not just it means something. What does it mean? It means that Allah knows everything. There is nothing at all, absolutely nothing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't know. You have to understand that. Even, like, I don't know what, for an example, what Arisha is doing. I don't know. Her camera is off. I have no idea what she's doing. But Allah knows that. I don't know what Ayan is thinking. I have absolutely no idea. But doesn't Allah know what Ayan is thinking? Of course Allah knows. Okay. I don't know what Rasan is doing, or like Tajwar is doing, whether he's lying down, whether like he's sitting. I have no idea. But Allah knows everything. Okay. Even though there is none in his house, but Allah knows what he's doing. Allah knows what he's thinking. Okay. So there is no limitation. There is no limit in the ilm of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whether it's past, future, or whatever. You don't know what you will eat tomorrow. You don't know whether you'll leave tomorrow or in the next year. Okay? Rasan, do you know what kind of dress you'll buy in next Eid? Do you know that? What will be the color of your dress in the next Eid?
I don't know.
You don't know. But Allah knows that, okay? Because Allah
Yes.
knows everything. And He doesn't have any limitation in His knowledge. So this is one of the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay. For an example, let me give you another example. Allah's name is Qadir. Okay? Qadir. Qadir means capable or able, the one who can do everything. So I can do many things. Like I can end the class now. I can leave now. I can kick one of the students out of the class now. I have that ability. But do I have, like, do I have the ability to do everything in life? Like everything or anyone? Huh? Does any of you quality? Huh? Arham, do you have the ability to do everything? Huh? Who has? Only Allah has. Okay? So only Allah has. So Allah has the ability to do everything. Okay, and there is no limitation. You cannot think about a single, like work or single act that Allah cannot do, or it is impossible for us. You cannot, figure out one single thing. Okay? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can do everything. He has that ability. Okay? So that's why he is Al-Qadir. He is Qadir. This is one of his names, and it means something, a powerful, very powerful thing. So Allah has like many names. Ar-Rahman means something. It means everything. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala means a powerful, like quality of him. So what does then Tawhid Sifa means? Means we have to believe that each name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the quality that signify all the qualities only belong to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No one else. There is no other alim except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is no one who can know everything. There is no one who can do everything. There is no one who can hear everything other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, if someone believes that there is some scholar or some sheikh, some pir, who knows everything, who can say, tell you your future. Okay? And he can tell everything. So it will be kind of shirk. Okay? That is opposite of tawhid. You are not believing in Allah. You are violating this rule. You got it? So these 3 points are important. Okay? These are the 3 categories of tawhid. Not actually categories. These are the 3 perspectives of tawhid. Okay, 3 points of view. So we have to believe that Allah is the one. There is no one else, and all the qualities and all the names only that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran for him only belong to him. Okay? There is no partner in these cases with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If somebody, makes any partner, okay, then it will be shirk. And the person who commits shirk, he will be kicked out of Islam in a moment. Okay, he will no longer be Muslim. So we have to believe, and we have to be very careful of this important point. Okay, for your like understanding, I have a bit of detail of each category in this page. You can see. Okay, Tawhid al-Rububiyyah, oneness of Allah's lordship. You can see here, it means such as creation, sovereignty, control, giving life and death, and so on. Tawhid al-Uluhiyyah, oneness of worship, it means devoting all acts of worship, both inward and outward, in word and deed, to Allah, and not worshipping anything or anyone other than Allah. And number 3 is Tawhid al-Sifat, oneness of Allah's names and attributes. It means affirming the names and attributes of Allah and believing that there is none like unto Allah in his names and attributes. So these are the 3 categories. Okay, to be a true Muslim and to get rid of all kind of like shirk, and to get away from those things, we have to know the categories of tawhid, and we have to affirm these things, and we have to understand. Okay, these are very important points. Okay, these were the all of these were about the belief in Allah. First article of faith. Inshallah, tomorrow, or yeah, tomorrow on Sunday, we'll talk about the second article of faith, inshallah. Okay, and what is the second article of faith? What was the second article of faith?
Angels.
And belief in the angels. Okay, so inshallah, tomorrow we'll talk about what are the things that we are going to believe about angels. How are they? How they? Like what are their roles? What kind of roles that they play? What are their characteristics? So we'll talk about those things, inshallah. And okay, along with this, we have to learn hadith and dua as well. So today is a short hadith. I think that some of this is actually a longer, it was a longer hadith. I have just studied and take this from that bigger hadith. This will be easier for you. So innamal a'malu binniyat. This is the first hadith. You have to memorize the Arabic as well, okay? You have to memorize the Arabic and English both. Innamal a'malu binniyat. I'll hear it tomorrow, inshallah, from you. Innamal a'malu binniyat. Innamal a'mal. We say amal. Amal means action. So al-amal means actions. Okay. And binniyat in Bangla we say niyat. Niyat means intentions, tips why you do things. Okay. So innamal amalu binniyat means actions are judged by the intentions. Whatever you do will be judged by like what is the motivation that you did, like that for, and what is your intention, so actions are dependent on intentions. So for an example, let me give you donates like lots of money to the poor people. Is it a good word or bad word? What do you think? If you help poor people, if you like donate lots of money to the poor, is it a good work or bad work?
Good, obviously.
Good word. So you are supposed to get reward for the act, don't you? You are supposed to get reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the act. But if your intention to give away the money to the behind that, if your intention is that people will like appreciate you, and people will say, oh, this man is so rich, and like you have so many followers in Facebook or whatever, okay, you'll post it in your social medias, and people will say lots of good things, and will comment, like you'll have lots of comments and reactions, okay, and you will have this intention in mind, okay. So now, what do you think? Will you get your what do you think? Will you get reward for that? For giving away the money? If you have this intention, appreciate you. If you have only this intention, will you get reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Don't you know this?
Well, you're asking me?
I'm asking all of you.
Oh.
The work is good. I mean the action, yeah, it's good, but the intention is not good.
Yes, intention is not good, and you will be judged by your intention. Okay.
Yeah. Then I
You'll be judged
suppose,
by
yeah,
your
I
So
won't
that
get any
means
reward.
you'll not get it. And there is a particular hadith about it, on the first thing Allah will do, Allah will call this type of person. Okay, and Allah will ask him that, what do you do? And he will answer, oh Allah, you gave me lots of money and lots of wealth in this world, but I gave away for the sake of you. I gave, Allah will say, Allah will, no, 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 you didn't do that for my sake. You did it so that people, like, will appreciate you. People will say that you did a good thing. So you really care about that. And that's what happened in this dunya. So you got what you wanted. So now go to hell. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala order, and he will be thrown into the hellfire. Okay. Even though he gave away everything to the poor people and to, like, to better in the society and everything, but that actually wouldn't help him because his intention wasn't right. So actions are judged by the intention. So we have to not only memorize this hadith, we have to learn the teaching, stand it, and we have to apply in our life. So it's very, very important. Okay, Arisha, are you there? Arisha?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you read from these points?
Okay. Read and remember. Whatever Allah says, whatever we think Allah knows. As Muslims, we must be sincere to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Showing off is one of the biggest sins. If you do worship to show up or to please any person happy other than Allah, then your worship will be rejected. Whatever we do, we should do only for the sake of Allah. The reward from Allah is the best thing for us.
Yeah. So you cannot think of any bigger reward than what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave. So whatever you do in this life, especially the acts of worship, from because nobody can give you, the similar kind of reward as Allah will give you. So don't miss that one. Okay. Okay, and this dua, I think dua before sleep. What should you read before you go to sleep? Allahumma bismika amtu wa ahya. Who doesn't know this? Is there anyone who doesn't know it? I think you all know it. Arham, don't you read this dua when you go to sleep?
Yeah.
Okay, every day?
Every day.
Okay, good. So we all should read it because, like, there are people who go to sleep but never wake up. You know that. Many people naturally die in their sleep. So when you are going to sleep, you need to make sure that you are going to sleep in the name of Allah. Okay? Even, like, if that happens to you, then you are dying in the name of Allah. Okay? So it's important for us as Muslims, we have to put Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the center of every action. Okay, even when we go to sleep, we have to put Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala before us, and we have to say that, oh Allah, in your name we are about to sleep. In your name, the literal meaning of this dua is, oh Allah, in your name I die, I live. So what is the mention of death here? Because sleep is considered half death in Islam. Okay, so when you're sleeping, you don't have the full consciousness. You are like, something is happening, you are not understanding, you are not realizing. Okay, so you are kind of in a state that you are not fully in life or in death. Okay, you are in a middle point. So that's why we say, oh Allah, in your name I die and I live. So, and when you wake up, there's I shouldn't will talk about that thing in the next class. Inshallah. Tomorrow we'll read that too. Okay. So Allahumma bismika here, and never ever forget this dua. Just read this dua. Go to sleep. Inshallah, it will help you to have good sleep. And sometimes we have bad dreams. We wake up, we are frightened and scared. Inshallah, you will not have this kind of experience if you sincerely read this book. Muslim. Okay. So that's it for today. Tomorrow we'll sit again, same time. And don't forget to remember the hadith, memorize the hadith and the dua as well. And especially these three aspects of Tawhid, three categories of Tawhid that we just read. So this that was actually the main topic, okay? The Tawhid, this is the, you can say, the single most important thing in Islam is Tawhid. This is the difference between Islam and other religions, between Islam and the all other followers religions. Okay, this is us, that we believe in Tawhid, we believe on something, and those people, don't believe in Allah. There are many people in this world who believe in Allah, but they are shirk. So all of their deeds will not be accepted by Allah. Okay, so if a person commits shirk, all of his works, doesn't matter how much you give away your wealth to for the sake of Allah, how much you pray, how many times you did Hajj, how many Ramadan you fasted, doesn't matter at all. All of your deeds will be rejected by Allah. Nothing will be accepted if you are committing shirk. Okay, so we have to understand that what is shirk. We need to understand what are the categories of shirk, so that we don't fall into this category or commit this kind of major sins unknowingly or something. Okay, so may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us to stay away from all kinds of shirk in our life, and all the deeds that we do, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us to do those only for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So thank you for joining. See you tomorrow, inshallah. Till then, stay well. Does anyone have any question?
No, sir.
If not, we can leave now. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow, inshallah, at the same time. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Assalamualaikum.
Welcome, sir.
Assalamualaikum.